Okay guys, welcome back to the next episode of I'm a Tec Diver, Get Me Out of Here. And where we left off last time was the boat we were on was filling up with water, the engine room was filling up, the last bilge was in, the sea level was still rising, we were sinking. So I turned around to my 2IC, which was Gary Bain at the time. I said, Gary, strip the regulators and the wings off of those twin sets. Yeah, I'll get in a rib and I'll get her ready. Fortunately, we've been towing a 6 metre rib behind the boat as a chase boat, which was very fortunate. So I jumped in the rib. Gary stripped the twin sets, the regs and the wings off the twin sets, and he chucked them over to me. I got the rib ready. We had gasoline I stored across the back. I took the gear on board. Yeah, we then took the rest of the divers on board. We then took the Thai fishermen on board, and the last, true to form, the captain was the last fisherman the last person to step off his boat, and he stepped off just in time really. The water level was just just rising above his gunnel, and he stepped off, he pulled me to come over. I said, bugger it out, so he come over here, we jumped in the water, swam across, I grabbed him onto the rib, yeah, and then, right then, just as she went off the surface, I GPS'd it. Now, the reason why I GPS'd it is because, unfortunately, power-weight ratio, we couldn't get a lot of weight on the boat, so we had to leave behind twin sets and a compressor, our main compressor from the dive school at the time. We had to leave it on the boat. So as I GPS'd it, I was thinking always in my mind, I've got to come back here and try and get that back if I can. So we GPS'd it, and it went off the surface, and as she went off the surface screaming. She didn't go quietly, she went screaming because the captain had put the throttle down on the engine to try and burn as much of the diesel off as he possibly could before to save creating a bit of an environmental hazard. So he tried to burn as much of the diesel out the engines, out the boat as he possibly could before it left the surface. And as it left the surface, because of that, the air intakes were screaming. It was a pretty violent event. Now, we went off the surface, and ultimately we were left 30 nautical miles out to sea in a 1 metre sea state, half hour before sunset. And the sea state was coming our nose, and their bearing where we had to go to get back was right on our nose, so we really were not in a good situation. Fortunately, we're in a classic southwest monsoon, so they give us some idea of what bearing to take to try to get back into the lee of Koh Tao. The only way we could get back and get our small rib on the plane. So if you really want to know what happened there, tune in to our next episode of I'm a Tec Diver, Get Me Out of Here.